Hey there guys, Matt Chief 4234 here. I'm going to be showing you a strat that me and my buddies use in order to get through the Grandmaster Nightfall. You can use a lot of the things that we use here. If not, please take notes and adapt it to your guys' unique situations as well. Without any further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay guys, and this is the hunter build that you're going to be wanting to use for this as well. So right now we're running solar with new purpose. I use this just because it has adaptive munitions, and that's going to be key for when you're running solar. For those solar and void shields, this has a major spec on it. I just put it on. I'm also running with well-rounded. I did not masterwork it with its stability, but then we're also going to be using Aisha's embrace. We use this just for that void plus its full auto retrofit. I was a Dumbo, it didn't have major spec on before, but this thing does fire full auto naturally because of its rapid frame. Then we have Cataclysmic. We use this for the final boss. My buddy Shinny, you'll see him fire a rocket launcher every once in a while. He's in Vengeance is what I'd recommend for a rocket launcher. The next I'm going to be showing you is this loadout I was running, which is Young Car Spine for that Trip Mine Knives build. So we're going to run Gambler's Dodge, Triple Jump, Knife Trick, and Trip Mine Grenade. So what you're pretty much going to be doing is you're going to be grenading, throwing the knives, grenading again, dodging, grenade, knives, grenade, and that's just going to melt these champions as well as the boss. You'll see me use it quite a bit in this video. And for the fragments, we're going to be using Ember of Torches, Ember of Solace, Ember of Char, Ember of Singeing, and that first one is Ember of Searing, like I said before. Okay, and now we're going to go right into the Arms Dealer Grandmaster run. I'm going to be giving you a run by run of what we did. I'm also going to be telling you guys what to do and how exactly we've done it. So in the beginning, you're going to spawn right there, and you're going to turn to the left with all the enemies there in front of you. There's going to be an unstoppable plus a barrier. You're going to see me focus on the unstop, not noticing the barrier, but as soon as I do recognize he's there, he pops his bubble and I get shredded. Don't jump on the left there unless you actually take care or stun both of them. As you can see, Shinny and Zero have stayed back so that they can actually take care of that unstoppable and barrier without any problems. Once you're outside, immediately focus all of your attention on that Thresher. He fires missiles that can and will one-shot. After that, just go ahead and take care of these enemies naturally as you would. As soon as this ship starts to drop, you're going to see it's going to drop that unstoppable. Focus most of your attention on that unstop. Shinny is a Titan, so he goes over there and uses his hammer throw on him, which absolutely melts him as well. Then Shinny's going to grab that and start moving over here towards the bridge. He starts to run back because of the dogs. I wouldn't advise grabbing that and gunning it for that silo over there. Drop it here. We're going to trade it back and forth. Just pick it up, make sure it's still alive, and focus our attention on that barrier that is just right there dropping down. Again, if you use Arbalist and we have new purpose, I do, we're going to melt him. I'm going to keep picking it up, taking it forward. Shinny's going to try to move forward to take care of that Thresher that's on the right. Make sure to focus your attention on that. This Thresher right here is going to take this tank away from you, so your cover is going to go away. Try to stay back right here on this ledge where I'm going to be running to. That's also where my other teammate Zoro is going to be staying. So I'm going to drop it here. Zoro and I are going to play hot potato, just go back and forth and focus all of our attention on that barrier Colossus that's standing right there next to Shinny. Then you're going to deposit it. I'm going to pick up Shinny. Once you deposit it, look to your right because there's that door that's going to spawn enemies. Just grenade it, take care of them. There's not going to be any unstops right there. But if you look to your left and go forward, there's going to be that unstop next to that yellow bar. As you're moving forward through this area, shoot that explosive that Shinny shoots, as it's going to take care of a Phalanx and then as well as another Legionary. Once you reach this point, what you can do on the normal strike is you go right and just make your way through all those enemies, zooming on your Sparrow. You're not going to do that here. Shinny has already shown the way, but we're going to come over here to the left and start platforming and jumping up to where Shinny is. He's immediately going to pop his wall there because a barrier is going to start blocking our ingress. Now, you can stay right there next to Shinny, but what I do is I come up here and try to take care of this little Scion so that I can start beaming him from up here, because there's that box right there that can protect me from most of the enemies. Now, focus most of your attention on this Colossus, but make sure to also be aware that there's enemies looking and beaming you from down below. As you can see, I was moving. I initiated Gambler's Dodge so that I can get my restoration, but this is the only champion here in this area, so just kill this barrier and start moving along. There's no other ones you need to take care of. Alright, now that you reach this area, there's going to be a couple of champions here, as well as the 2 tanks. This tank spawns first, the tank comes later with the elevator. What you want to do is immediately take care of that tank, while also being aware of the legionaries that will rush you. Focus your attention on the tank, as he will one-shot you. If you have to, you can move around, but make sure to kill the tank as quickly as possible. Once you've dealt with the tank, or while you're dealing with the tank, there will be an unstoppable that is charging. As you can see, he's coming up on my left, walking down the ramp. I immediately cue out to my teammates or yell at them, hey, we have an unstop. They stop him, and that's when we focus fire. And this is where I'm going to use the grenade tactic. I use my Gambler's Dodge, which I then just sit there and melt him, stop him. I'm going to run forward, and then my teammates are just going to destroy him. Now be careful as you're going up there, because up at the top there is going to be a barrier champion as well as an unstop. As you can see, I almost died from him. Take cover over here by this tank or stay below. Try to beam him with either your rocket launchers or your cataclysmic. Now that this tank is spawned, what you're going to be doing is taking care of those phalanxes that appear first, and then just destroying that tank with either cataclysmic or your Heathen Vengeance plus Gallahorns. Once you're dealing with that tank, 2 more unstoppable champions are going to spawn. Use your super on those guys, destroy them as soon as possible, or else they will come bum rush you and just wipe your team. After you've dealt with them, make sure to pause at this door, throw a grenade, use your hammer, do anything, because there is dogs. One of them is Yellow Bar. These guys are tough. Take your time. Here in this next room, it can be a little tricky just because the boss spawns the flame turrets. As you know, this thing does have a solar burn. Now, make sure to take care. You can jump up here and take care of these guys over here. Next, you just want to move forward to the front of it, looking at Zon, and trying to take care of those turrets that he immediately spawns. You can use your heavy, you can use Arbalest to take care of them really quickly, but just make sure to take care of those flame turrets, or else they will shred through your health and your shields. Zon is then going to move backwards, and you're going to try to move forward while taking care of those, again, those flame turrets. There's going to be a barrier sitting over there. Make sure to tell your team that the barrier is there. You guys can kill the enemies around him, or you can go straight for the barrier and then kill the enemies around him, but make sure to be aware that there is a barrier champion over there on that second bridge. The other champion will come around from the bottom, since the other one spawns on the top. They can jump down there together, which makes it a lot easier for you guys to focus fire, as they did for us there, as you can see in the video. But if you'd like, you can take care of the one that spawns in the middle first, or go for that barrier champion up on the second bridge. Here, you just want to kill the enemies. No more barrier or champions here in this area. You can flick the switch as soon as you kill this guy over here. And then, as you're moving up, you can actually start to shoot Zon. Now, this is a little bit tricky because, as you can see, the hitbox is tiny. His head is absolutely small. Now, what I'd recommend here is you can run Rocket Launcher. That's what we're going to run first with the Rocket 2 Heathen Vengeances and the Gallahorn. But if you're running linears like we are now, what you want to do is aim at his chin. You're going to see me miss several shots because the thing moves up, and it's going to make my shot go veer upwards, which is going to miss the headshot. So what you want to do is aim for his chin as you're moving up, come up here and start popping supers. Now I'm immediately going to go for that Kara Spine grenade knives combo, just so I can ignite him and start getting that passive damage, while teammate's going to pop well. We're going to sit in the middle, we're going to start shooting him with our heavy and supers, and then we're just going to complete it right there. Now I would recommend having a Warlock just for that well, but if you don't, having 2 Titans pop their supers and try to go ham while the Hunter uses the Ankara Spine technique is great, but definitely have a Warlock with that well. It can get really, really hectic in that room there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like it and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you guys get notified when new videos drop, especially those new 801 videos I'm doing every day. I want you guys to be in the know-how of what's going on, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay classy.